Hey, this is too high. And no, it's not because I've abused drugs. I can very proudly say that I have never in my life abused drugs. I've never even played around with marijuana, so yay! Kids, if you're doing drugs, stop. If you're thinking about doing them, don't. Save yourself an incredible amount of difficulty. Seriously. Oh no, I feel myself getting on my soapbox. Yeah. Okay, real quickly, I'm gonna tell you why I really detest drugs and whatnot. My grandfather, on my dad's side, my paternal grandfather, does drugs to this day. And I've taken my friends over there. You know, they'd be with me for a holiday or something, and we'd stop by, and drugs were peddled to my friends. They tried to sell drugs to my friends. That's disgusting, okay? Alright, I have a cousin who had a great career in the military. No more. Failed the drug test. Yep, more than once. I have a cousin who, he had a very promising outlook, you know, with life and everything. He's horribly depressed. He is what you would consider a slacker. Drugs. My older brother almost lost his life for a measly $25 that he set up a drug deal or whatnot. It went wrong. Somebody cheated somebody with $25, and so my brother and the guy that happened to be in his vehicle with him at the time were pretty much held captive. Their stuff was taken, and I received a phone call and whatnot, in which I had to drive to this area. Well, I didn't have to, but this was the deal, right? Either come and do it, or my brother was going to lose his pound of flesh. Yeah. And I don't believe it was in the manner of speaking, because when I got there, guns were present. And I'm a pretty cocky individual sometimes when it comes to stuff like that. So I told that man, after I had my brother and his friend safely in my vehicle and whatnot, I told him that if he ever came near my brother again, bad things would happen, right? Yeah, I'm horrible. I'm awful. But it so enraged me that my brother would endanger his life and the life of that individual, and consequently my own, for drugs. And if you say anything about the environment you were raised in, I know my eyeballs are going to roll 9 times. My brother tried that. It's not my fault. Look at the environment I was raised in. And I told him, I was like, I want you to sit down. Okay? Sit down. I'm going to tell you something very shocking. I was raised in the same environment. I've never done it. So, you don't have to waste your life that way. I don't care what environment you come from, what the circumstances are. Find a way out, because you deserve better. You really do. And I know you've heard people give this spiel time and time again, and blah 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 blah. I know. And I'm coming off my soapbox, I promise. But you really are better than that. And you can do better. put yourself first in that situation, okay? So if you're doing them, seek help. If you can't do it on your own, go to a rehab center. Find someone who you can call in to any time of the day or night. Something. And if you're thinking about doing them, don't. Just... here's an idea. If you get the urge to do drugs, go play soccer or something. Yeah. Do yourself a favor. Anyway, I'm off my soapbox, promise. 2 highs in regarding my caloric intake today. I have a healthy range of like 1380 to 1750, and I've been staying on the lower end of that spectrum. Well, today I'm on the higher end of that spectrum, and I had more fat than I wanted to today. A little bit. I think I was like 4 or 5 grams over what I wanted. Within my healthy range or whatnot. So I'm disappointed in myself for that. And I'm gonna nip it in the bud. I've developed a strategy today. What I did is I went and purchased some lovely new Tupperware. All these pretty colors too, right? So I can't complain about it being old and boring and whatever other excuse I could possibly think of. All different sizes, easily viewed or whatnot. That way I can tell what's in there and all that high-speed stuff. So I think what I'm going to start doing is not only planning my meals, but actually preparing them the evening before. Right now I have a lovely salad prepared with some flake tuna sitting in my refrigerator. So yeah. And in addition to that, I'm going to start charging myself. That's right. Every time I overeat, my body will pay the price. Because I have this lovely, lovely, lovely stationary bike over there. It loves me. And I love it. I should probably give it a name. I mean, my water bottle's named Fred, so. We can call her Susie, maybe. No, I don't like Susie. Hilda. I like Hilda. We'll go with Hilda. Okay. So my bike's name's Hilda. So every time I overeat, I will get on Hilda and I will ride for 25-30 minutes, something like that. Don't worry, I've consulted my doctor. My doctor said that adding another 25-30 minutes to my daily schedule be okay, as long as I don't really hit the strength training too hard that day, or the cardio too hard. So yeah, it's going to be my responsibility, people, which means I have to understand there are consequences. And in this case, it's going to come in the form of Hilda. Okay, I'm going to do my daily check-in here in a moment. So I'll be back. Dental floss. I like the mint dental floss. I'll tell you about it in a minute.